this kind of heat in Florida.
I just take it as it comes. It's better than cold winters. Take hot
I
summers
agree.
over cold winters any day.
I agree. That's why I'm here.
Marvin from Maryland.
Welcome, welcome. As you hop on in, if you haven't yet, give us your name, state you're calling from. And I'm going to get going here in just a minute.
Arlene, Maryland.
Hey, Arlene.
Calvin from California.
Hey, Calvin.
Hi, I'm Vicky from California as well.
Welcome. Seeing some new faces and names on here. Welcome to all of you that are here for the first time. Just to let everybody know, we'll have you out of here within 3-4 hours tonight. No problem.
Yeah, Leslie from South Carolina.
Sarah Joyce, Maryland.
Welcome, welcome. We'll actually go through kicking off here right, about 30 seconds.
Matt Sistrunk from El Paso, Texas.
Welcome. All right, we'll get locked and rolling here. Pat, can you keep an eye on the waiting room? Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, welcome everybody. My name is Kevin Marino. Hope you're having an amazing day. I'll tell you, it has been crazy. Some of the different stuff I've been going through down here in Florida. It's been really exciting moving down here, seeing all the solar stuff that's just really starting to take off in our local area, making partnerships with some very, very interesting people. And I'll tell you, the more and more we talk to different people out there and start to see the perspective of what's going on, it makes it even more exciting. And tonight, it's my pleasure to lead off, and I will bring you on introduce you to somebody very special to close it out this evening. So without further ado, I'm going to jump right into it. See if we are ready to go. Let's see. Would you look at that? We are ready to go. All right. Again, welcome. Gonna get kicking off right away. Build is all about building your mindset, building your business, building your net worth. And those of you that have been with us, you've seen all the different types of building that we're doing, because it's really the mindset is really where JC has done just such an amazing job of focusing in and helping people work on that mindset and getting cranking through and learning different things. So you're going to learn to build a lot of different things. And who are we? Well, we are a direct sales company and a community of like-minded entrepreneurs. You see, we're not, as you look at this, and we're going to talk about solar, we're going to talk about a lot of different things. We're not solar people. We are a community of like-minded entrepreneurs. All right. I refer to it as rowing in the same direction. That's what we're doing. We're all rowing in the same direction. People aren't going all over the place. We got it. We're tuned in and we're moving. So as you look at this tonight, and as you're looking at different opportunities out there, a lot of folks are sitting there going, why am I building a business? Why do I need to build a business? Well, the reality is nobody is coming to save you. There's a lot of things that have been in place and not getting political or anything. Folks, we need a backup plan. If you don't have a backup plan now, you need to have one. People out there who are cranking along and life is good. I always talk to people, what's your plan B? What's your plan C? What do you have in reserve should things change? Because what I've learned in my crazy lifetime is things change. And sometimes I've been ready for it, and sometimes it's caught me flat-footed and kicked my butt. But guess what? I mean, being an entrepreneur, we used to say, yeah, you should do it. You should do it. Now it's an absolute must. So we want to make sure that people are ready. And why? Well, you look at the debt crisis. The country itself, we can't tax our way out of where we are debt wise. So we as citizens here need to be ready, need to be able to make money for ourselves and really support ourselves here. Look at the layoffs, the crazy inflation over the last few years, the higher taxes, interest rates are obviously still significantly up there. Bankruptcies are increasing dramatically. Recession, I don't know. Are we going to get a recession? I don't, but you know what? I'd like to be prepared for it. And job displacement, there's a lot of that going on. There's a whole new report of different companies laying off just oodles of people. And obviously, most of us are very, very aware of the gig economy. And there's people taking jobs in all different types of opportunities out there. And many of them are good, but most of them are simply trading dollars for hours. What we're looking to do here is show people how to build a team, how to build an infrastructure on top of Build's infrastructure that gives you the ability to earn not just on your own pen, but also by building a team of people that are going out there and earning as well. So, let's look at different business opportunities. There's a lot of industries out there, that have a big target market and a low market penetration. That's what you're looking for. When you're going to look for a business opportunity, you want to find something where it's there for you. It's something that, you're not sitting there fighting for the last few scraps. You're looking for something that has just a massive opportunity without a lot of penetration. All right, we've done a lot over the years in gas, electricity, different things like that have been just absolutely tremendous. And you want an industry that's going to thrive, whether the economy is up or the economy is down. Now, many of us love nutritional products. We should all be taking some of the top nutritional products out there. But what happens in that industry is when the recession hits a little bit, times get a little bit tough. The first thing, unfortunately, is people kick the nutritional products to the side. I would argue that you should make sure that you stay on them, but guess what? It's the first thing that gets kicked to the side. So when you're going into and you're looking at different opportunities out there, you're looking for something that no matter what, people are gonna go and stick with it. Guess what? Electricity. People are gonna stick with electricity because I don't care how bad times get. People want the lights on. They want the air conditioning on. They want that stuff ready to go for them. And we have a number of different services, and they're going to be added to as we go through. So you're looking at home and business security with ADT and Brinks. We have our solar division with our Encore Solar and our partner Freedom Forever. Our rewards system is really amazing. I'm going to get into that in a little bit. And the Smart Money Club. I'll tell you, the Smart Money Club is something that there's a lot of companies out there that wish they had as a way to really boost some of the offerings that they have. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk solar first, because solar is a big one. Why do we get involved in solar? Well, there's 130 million homes in the US, 90 million of which are eligible for solar. And we have to update this number a little bit right over here on the right-hand side. It says approximately 3.5 million have gone solar. They finally did the update and gave us, everybody in the industry, the update about a few days ago. And some of you have posted it online. The number, we have just crossed 5 million people, 5 million homes that have gone solar. That's very exciting. So now we're looking at approximately 85 million homes are still eligible without, so they don't have solar yet. Folks, that's 94% of the market is wide open. And for every 1%, all right, this is something to write down, write this tidbit down, because it's going to be a doozy as you go out there and start to build your team. For every 1% of the market that we penetrate, that generates approximately $5 billion in commissions, not in sales. 5 billion in commissions, folks. That, I don't care who you are, that's got a lot of zeros. That's a lot of money that's there, and obviously we're all looking to be able to get our piece of that by helping people. And how are we helping people? Well, think about the consumer. It can save them up to 50% on their energy costs. You're talking zero down financing or zero down leasing. We can offer blackout protection. There are tax credits if people want to finance or purchase their system. They have a 30% tax credit. They have up to 5 years to use. It immediately increases the home value. We're talking clean energy. And think about this. In 1922, I don't think people are going solar in 1922. In 2022, people going solar every 44 seconds. Folks, that's speeding up. Because when you start to realize that, you know, the numbers just getting updated, the solar industry is really heading on a phenomenal trajectory. So as I mentioned earlier, Freedom Forever is our install partner. They are probably, if not the top in the country, I don't know who beats them, because they are out there. They do just an absolutely phenomenal job. They get recognized all over the place. They have about 160,000. I probably have to update their number too. 160,000 plus installs under their belt, and they get it done. All right. They offer a 25-year production guarantee. All right. Production guarantee. That means when they put it in, we're gonna contract people for how much power it's going to use. If as contracted, their system does not do the power it's supposed to. So let's say something goes wrong. Number one, they're monitoring the systems 24/7. So they're going to know something goes wrong before the customer is even going to know it. But they're going to get out there and fix it, because if they don't, they have to live up to their production guarantee. So they're actually, if it falls short in production, they will actually cut a check to the homeowner to guarantee that production and stand behind that guarantee. So these guys really are, they're the real thing. We cover a tremendous amount of states. We cover a significant portion of the country, as you can see here, with others coming soon. You're looking at about 35 states and then others coming soon. Folks, we are expanding quickly. If you know people even in the states that are still grayed out, guess what? Those people can still come work with us and build teams who will go out there and refer solar customers. So we are open. We as Build are open in all 50 states. Plus we have people that are actually working with us from other countries, and then selling solar to all the open areas. And that's residential. On the commercial side, you're looking at approximately 48 states that are open on the commercial side. So it's very, very exciting what's happening here on the solar side of things. And as you look at this, I want you to look at this picture. What do you see? You see, I've looked at it more and more over time. What I'm seeing is, wow, look at the opportunity here. This is obviously a neighborhood where there's about maybe 10 houses that solar doesn't work with. Every other house on this page, solar is probably going to work in that house without any issues whatsoever. There's a lot of sun in this neighborhood, folks. There is so much opportunity in this neighborhood. These are the types of neighborhoods we need to pay attention to. Now, check out a couple of these customer testimonials. You're looking at a customer in California, prior to going solar, $287 for their electric bill. After going solar, $148. That is a significant savings. That's almost a 50% savings, just shy. All right, when you get into Florida, a 410 prior, 290 after. I mean, folks, these are significant savings for people, and it doesn't stop there. I don't care what state you go into, all the different proposals we're showing people, you know, the free solar savings reports that we're showing people are showing a significant amount of savings. And, you know, take a look at this. You know, we've been talking so many of the areas out there. I don't, in whether you're in the Northeast, you're in the just states that haven't seen crazy increases over the last decade, are now starting to see just ridiculous increases. Connecticut just had from Eversource up there and on May 1st a 19% increase. Think about that for a second. 19% increase. So if your delivery charge was $100, well, next month that same delivery charge would be $119. That's ridiculous. All right, so what we're showing you here in this particular graphic is an annual increase of 6 to 8%. At first, when they showed me this graphic, I said, 6 to 8% is a little high. And we started doing some numbers on a lot of the states that we are very active in. And what we started to see is 6 to 8% is a number that is ridiculous, but it's ridiculously low for what's actually going on. If you're up in the Northeast, this is so low, it's ridiculous. You wish you only had a 6 to 8% increase. All right, because I mean, you're seeing 19% increases. I think Massachusetts saw one that again was double digits, and you're seeing so many that are in the double digit range. And not just in the Northeast and some of the mid-Atlantic states, some of the Midwest states. Folks, this is the reality of what's going on out there. And so if you take a look, and this is where the math comes in. Sometimes people look at the savings on solar and they're like, okay, I have a $300 bill and you got me down to $200, so I had a 33% savings. Yes, that's great. But what they don't take into account and what we have to share with them, make sure they understand, is that the future increases is also what you're saving them. That is a far more significant number than what we're saving them today. So you're looking at a $150 electric bill today at an increase of 6 to 8% annually. You're looking at that same house with that same usage. What was a $150 bill is a $300 bill 10 years later. All right, and if you keep growing that for another 20 years, seeing the same increases, you're talking up to $1,500 for the same amount of power. Folks, I will tell you that it's absolutely ridiculous. Somebody's unmuted, please mute yourself. So you're looking at total electricity costs of a couple $100,000, where by going solar for about, in this particular scenario, about $54,000, you're talking about over $150,000 worth of savings in that period of time. Folks, that's some significant savings. Again, don't care where you are, where you live. All right, right now, people lock in, help them to lock in the electricity cost because they no money down and they receive a 30% tax credit that, again, they have up to 5 years to use. I mean, think about this scenario. What if you had the ability back in the year 2000, when gas was about, I don't know, $1.20, $1.50, whatever it was back then, you had the ability to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to lock in. I'm going to buy my gas. I'm going to start to buy it now, and I'm going to be using it at this price. I'm going to lock it in for the next 25 years. Well, how far ahead of the game would you have been? Could you have seen at $1.50 gas? Could you have seen your gas multiplying 4 times? Well, guess what? That's what electricity is doing right now. That's what it's doing. So protect yourself. We didn't have the ability to protect ourselves with gasoline, although I really wish we did have that possibility, but we didn't. But guess what? We do have the ability to help people protect themselves when it comes to electricity. And Warren Buffett says it often, says it well. Energy deregulation will be the largest transfer of wealth in history. Folks, you're seeing it. You're seeing what's going on here. And that 1% I told you about before, think about that 1%. All right, that 1% penetration into the market, every 1%, a $5 billion commission spread out throughout the industry. Folks, that's some serious, serious money. And I'll tell you what, that just leads me into the person who's going to come up and follow me here, who's going to talk to you again about some serious money. Why? Because that's what's on the table, folks. All right, when you're looking at BYLD, you're looking at Encore Solar, you're looking at what's going on here, we are talking serious, significant money. And with that, going to introduce a gentleman who's been out there. He's been in the field doing a lot of different things over the years. He's helped create significant wealth, not just for him and his family, but he's helped many people out there in the networking field to do that. And here, what he's learning at BYLD, he's going to be able to get a lot of people there, even at a faster rate of speed. So I know he's very jacked up about bringing you this information and really just getting down to it. And that is my friend and fellow leader here, Mr. Samuel Bean. Sam, are you available?
I'm here. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Hey, there you are, bud. Take it away, sir.
That's what I'm talking about, man. You got everybody fired up. I'm looking at Facebook and everybody is just clapping, giving the signals and responding and replying. And again, great information, Kevin. I appreciate that. And guys, again, I just want to make sure I pick up the baton and I keep it going. And I want to talk about making money. But before I talk about making money, I just want to share with you guys this. For those of you who don't know me, my wife and I have been blessed to have been, in tutelage and in the position to learn from a lot of people who are very wealthy. And so we've learned a lot of wealth philosophies, and one of which, when it comes to one of the things that we did learn was how to evaluate companies. And when you look at companies that are what we call category killers, companies that are unique in the industry and they set themselves apart from everybody else, guys, you're looking at companies that you want to jump on in the beginning, and you want to be a part of the reason why they become the actual category killer, right? And when I looked at this business model with 𝐍𝐎𝐓 and then got a chance to look at it with the owners as well and kind of see what's behind the door, if you will, I saw something unique. I saw something extremely explosive. I saw something that we can actually make more millionaires than we've ever created in our lives before in this one platform. And I'm just tell you, for those of you who've been in network marketing, guys, if you've ever been in network marketing, I'm just gonna say you'll love a company like this, because unlike network marketing, what I found, and one of the reasons that I came out of retirement to do this business, is because when I was in network marketing and I did network marketing on a high level, I still had 85% of the people who were in my organizations who never made significant money. And I can just tell you right now, when I look at this company and I look at the compensation plan, I look at the generosity, and I see a person who can come in and just say, you know what, I don't want to recruit anybody. I can have a straight up career and I can make a nice 4, 5, or 6-figure monthly income on my own merit. And that's unique. And I can just say right now, when you look at high ticket sales, guys, again, a lot of people are turning to that because people need money right now. You have some people who they need extra, and you have some people like myself who are always looking for options. Okay, and so what I want you guys to do is, pay attention to these next moments here when I talk about the compensation plan. And you may not understand it all, but whatever questions that you have, we want to make sure you get back to the person that invited you. But when you start again with the number one thing out there, which is personal sales, make sure, personal sales. This is something that, you actually generate money on your own efforts, right? And you're talking about 70% of commissions on the personal solar sales, and the average personal sale being a $10,000 install commission, 70% is $7,000. And so we want to use that as a starting point and a mathematical point throughout this conversation. Okay, so when you look at mentorship sales, this is the other side of it, right? So the first side was personal, where you brought the deal to the table, you set the appointment, and you handed it off to the mentor. So as a mentor, guys, you take the baton and you run with it, and you get the other half of the deal. But becoming a mentor, 3 training sales, when you actually share that actual deal with the mentors that we have there, you're sharing them because they're going to teach you how we actually do the transactions. They're going to teach you how to use the AI. They're going to teach you how to have the presentation, do the discovery, and then they're going to teach you how to hand it off complete to our installers, right? When you do 3 of those, you know what you're doing, and then you do 5 on your own. Okay, once you do those 5 on your own, you complete a company certification, they test you out, and now at that point in time, they go ahead and put you in a selective category of people who are now authorized and qualified to do business and close deals for everybody in the company all over the U.S. Okay? And so very, very simple. And if you look at our process, guys, just for a minute, for all of my solar pros who are out there, as you can see, there's no politicking. We're not trying to keep you in sales status forever, so we can make more money off of you as your mentors. We want you to get to mentorship status overnight because we need the help. For the type of growth that we're going to experience and that we are experiencing, we need more mentors, okay? Now, when you look at the mentor sales example, okay, this is very, like I talked about a little bit earlier, okay? When you look at the 50% of the transaction that the mentors get, 50% of 7,000 is 3,500, okay? So you help 4 consultants close their first 3 deals. That's 12 deals, okay? Average $3,500 per split. That's $42,000 in commissions. And guess what, guys? None of those were your deals. Okay, when people talk about leads, these are highly qualified leads. These are warm leads that are coming from the people who are in our corporation. They're not paid for leads. These are leads, again, they're qualified. Now, when you look at the next, there we go, the next slide, the team building overrides. And this is for the person who says, you know what, I really want to build a team, okay? And I know people who built teams, massive teams, made no money. I know people who built massive teams and made a fortune, okay? Here, it doesn't take a lot of people to actually catapult yourself into the top of the company, okay? As a matter of fact, when you look at you as a consultant, unlike other companies, we allow you to actually override 20% on all of the sales of your personal directs, right? Most companies won't allow you to do that. They make you go and get 5 deals yourself or 10 deals yourself before you can do that, okay? But you get 20% overrides out the gate. Now, when you look at manager, 30% overrides, that's cool because now you got what we call a increase, right? Now, if you look at what it takes to become a manager, 10 team installs, remember, you didn't have to do any. It can be 1 from you and 9 from others, or just 10 total. Guys, in a 60-day period of time, you're now at manager getting 30% on your personals and 10% on your team. Now, when you look at that 10, again, this is something that when you go and do your research, I looked at multiple companies before I settled on this one. This was a no-brainer because most of the companies that I looked at, they required you to have at least 20 to 30 frontline team deals rather before you actually got to the first rank in that company. Okay, we want to make sure, again, you get to the money faster. And when you get to the money faster, that means you're profitable. And when you're profitable, you won't leave a profitable situation. So it's all about retention and scaling the company. Director, 35% frontline guys, 15% team, 24 installs, simple in a 60-day rolling period. Executive director guys, 40% frontline, 20% team. And this is very, very important. 2% company-wide pool, right? Now you're starting to override everything that the company does. And it only requires you to have 70 people, 70 team installs. Now, keep in mind, it can be 70 people in your team doing 1 a month, or you can have 10 people do 7 each, right? It doesn't matter. Any combination of those installs. Then you have national director. When you look at national, and we'll start at the bottom. We'll work our way up to the top because that magic number is 120 team installs, right? A lot of people here, I've grown groups of 150 to 200,000 people, right? And I can just tell you the money that I made in those companies, again, it doesn't even compare, okay? And so when I look at the 45% on frontline, 25% team overrides, and 5% company pool, guys, just for the 45% and the 25%, if you had a group of 120 people and at 120 installs, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter about the people. Let's just say you had 10 people do 12 each in a month, which we have people who've done 28 in a month, right? But if you have 10 doing 12, guys, that's a ton of money. You can put yourself in a 7-figure situation right there. And I'm just tell you, I don't know any other company out there who can do it with this ease and get to it so easily, and so fast. But from a manager, I'll just give you an example of how this looks. Manager overrides, guys, 30% override on your first level, as we discussed, 10% on override on the entire team down to infinity. So with that being said, you have 10 consultants helping households go solar, 10 solar deals per month on your team, 4 coming from your first level, personals, 6 coming from anywhere on your team. That's 6,300 in actual income, guys, just on overrides alone. Think about that for a second. That's about a $72,000, $75,000 per year income that you've created. Okay. Just on the first level, manager 10 being minimal sales 4 and 6. And I want to quantify that for a second, guys. When you look at what's actually happening here, you go from a person who may have had a part-time job getting something extra, right? Or a side business or a side gig, making extra money. And there's nothing wrong with that. But 99% of people who have something on the side out there, guys, it's just extra. It's not an option to replace their plan A. As remember, the average person in America makes about $44,000 a month, right? Maybe five on average. But we're talking about $6,300 on a part-time basis, and you had nothing to do with that except for bringing people in initially. And if you do the sales yourself, $7,000 will be your commission on your personal production, $6,300 in overrides, plus that $13,300. Director with 10 consultants, doing 2 sales each, guys, with a team of 10 consultants helping 2 households go solar per month, 20 solar deals, 8 coming from you, 12 coming from anywhere on your team, $13,800. You add 7,000 if you did one yourself, you're looking at 20 grand a month. That's $250,000 a year on a part-time basis. How many of you would actually agree that $250,000 sounds a little bit better than 250,000, a little bit sexier than 250,000, right? So, and that's part-time, right? And so wrapping this thing up and getting to the real meat of it all, the value of it, starts with how much would it actually cost for you to start your own business, start your own solar brokerage, right? You're looking in some cases of $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 startup, and then just to maintain it and keep it going and keep it growing, you're looking at anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 per month. Right? I can just tell you, when you look at all the things that you have to have in place, like relationships with installers are crucial, marketing, CRM, technology, operations, systems, and customer service, sales, payouts, and accounting payouts, guys. That's a lot for a lot of people. But you'll have people who are in the company who will actually make more than people who have those traditional solar companies, okay? Because they have no overhead, basically, and everything else is net profit. And as opposed to having, somebody who owns a company taking the gross profit and then having to pay all the bills out of it. So when you look at the other thing that we offer, Kevin talked about it earlier, home business security systems. This is very, very crucial. I heard people talking about how tough the times are for people. When times get tough for people, they get desperate. And when people get desperate, they do things that they shouldn't, okay? But they do it out of necessity, okay? And so you need home security, you need ADT, you need Brinks. And what you'll find is that we have partnered with both of them, okay? And we actually have a plan and a strategic plan to go out here and continue to increase our portfolio of businesses, okay? And so here, services range anywhere from $49.99 a month to $63, $64 a month. Average commission sales, $400 to $700 per sale. Guys, you already have people who are doing 2 to 4 sales a week, $1,600 to $2,800 a week, and security sales. But again, you see all the things that come with it, but it comes with the ability to also do solar. Okay, so how do you get started, guys? The affiliate, which I call our referral partners, you get in for free, right? Refer solar deals, and what will end up happening is you'll actually earn $500 to $1,000 per install. Okay, when you become a consultant, okay, you can now sell. You can't recruit. You can now sell as a consultant, right? $149 down one time, then $49 a month. Now you have access to everything that we sell now on a national level, okay, and you'll have access to everything we'll sell later, right? You have all the technology, back-end support, everything that you need for $49 a month. But if you refer 4 at $149 or higher, you pay no more. So now your monthly overhead is 0 outside anything you want to do extra to bolster your business. Okay. So then you go to your builder. This is where I've come in at. This is what Kevin came in at. This is where the majority of people who are big thinkers, big builders, people who want an extra strategy, this is where they came in at. And because now they're going to get paid on their own efforts, but also on the efforts of others. $199 down, $99 a month, nationwide solar business, guys, nationwide ADT business and Brinks business. Also, You have access to all the tech and trainings we talked about, the support, but the bill rewards, membership guys, and smart money clubs, I can just tell you, those are things that, when I say provide even more value, I mean, they're priceless, to be honest with you. So when you look at the refer for and pay no more, again, most people who are coming in active, one thing that they'll do out the gate that everybody will do is $199. But the majority of people who are highly active don't even get to the $99 a month because, again, that's taken away once because they put 4 or more people in at $199. So, as I said, the Smart Money Club, guys, this is very, very important to me because you have a lot of people who have had their hands on money and they've lost it. Okay. And, when I look at, what they put together, they put, a system together to help you master your money. Okay. And so look at credit repair building, tax planning, being your own bank, via insurance, where they teach you how to actually, instead of borrowing money from the banks, borrowing from the insurance policies and then reinvesting it, basically taking $1 and getting paid on it twice, right? Tax-free retirement, just showing you how to do all those things. Then business mastery, your entity structuring, so you can protect everything that you create, right? Establishing your corporate credit, so you won't have to use your personal access and capital, and good versus bad debt, guys. And so, just like what's his name, Robert Kiyosaki, and he talks about he wants as much debt as he can take on, and for a person who doesn't understand money, that doesn't make sense. But he takes on debt, via loans, and then he turns around and he invests it, and he gets returns bigger than what the interest rate that he's paying on the money that he's using is. And so he'll take all that debt, and that's what they're going to teach you as well. So again, smart money. Okay, it's not the company's job, guys, to create your wealth, and it's the company's job to make sure that they put you in a position where you make enough money to go out there and invest and create your own. But this one, they're teaching you how, and they're putting the power in your hands. So the membership, talked about a little bit earlier. This is where now you have the discounts on shopping. You have discounts on restaurants. You have discounts on travel. Okay. And I am a product of the product. I use my product. I actually just came back from California, got a hotel off of my site that I got for free. And also went to Vegas, back in, I think, March or May. And I'm back in March and stayed at the Venetian, saved $28 a night on my room. Okay. But I wanted to get to this part because this is the part that, put me in a position where I know for a fact that everywhere I go, I'm going to make money because I'm humble. I'm a person who I can learn from anybody. Okay. If I don't know it, I will be your student, right? And I can make money. But the masses, it's kind of hard for the masses to do so. And so the company put together a dual team bonus structure that's powered by the actual benefit plan. And a person can come in, guys, and get to $500 a month, all the way up to $250,000 a month in residual reoccurring income. Okay. And that's very, very simple. So a person in traditional solar, guys, for all of my solar pros that are out there, and you tried to build a team, but people didn't make money fast enough, so they left. As when a person is coming in here now and they're telling people about the opportunity, right? When they have 10 people on the left and 10 people on the right, it's as simple as this. They're getting $500 a month. Okay. And that 10 can be from spillover. The 10 can be from you putting in one and putting in one side and one on the other. They become 10, and now it's $500. You see how that looks all the way down, guys. You'll have people who now can build a residual reoccurring income, and it puts them in a position where they don't have to be in a rush to learn this process of selling solar. Okay. And so again, a really, really nice comfort zone for you to be in. But more importantly, as you can blueprint any income that you want on there. You can see your mortgage on there, you see your house and car and whatever it is. You can offset and offset the overhead on your companies that you have, your traditional businesses and practices. And that's how I like to think about, these compensation plans that are like this. Okay. So what you want to do, guys, again, is just make sure you get back to the person that invited you out. Let them know that you really appreciate them thinking about you and putting you in a position where you get to say yes or you get to say no, right? But give them that $190, give them a credit card with the $199, or take that link and enroll yourself and get your business off the ground right now. Go ahead and start your solar brokerage and put yourself in a position where you can now start to leverage our system, our expertise, and everything that we can do to help you get to your financial goals. So on behalf of BYLD, guys, the company that I came out of retirement for, I want to welcome you to our family and look forward to meeting you and having a great time with you on the beaches of the world. So to my partner, Kevin, great job, guys. And we'll see you guys at the top. Have a great evening.
Good night, all. Thanks for joining us. Your job, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to get a lot of butts in the seats on Tuesday night. Same bat time, same bat channel. You know, just bring them here. We'll take care of it. We'll go through the information for them, help them out. And anybody that needs three-way calls after we go through this in the evening, just give us a shout. We'll be more than happy to help you answer any last-minute questions somebody has maybe before they're getting started. So with that, have an awesome weekend and get those butts in the seats come Tuesday night. Have a great one, everybody. Great job, Sam.
Thank you, gentlemen. Have a great evening, all.